What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It is P-Dog Shot You here, and today I've got another video for you guys. So, I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on these commentaries, and I'm thinking if you guys really enjoy these, and I'm gonna have to, really get some support for this just because I don't want to lose any audience that I may have not known that I had for the skits or the urban exploring videos. So, if you guys do like these videos, make sure to show me some support on it. If it gets I don't know, 10 likes or something in the amount of time that they usually get the views, I'll probably end up making more of these. But if you guys don't want these, you guys got to let me know, because I'm still trying to figure out what you guys want. We're only on we're not even started, but I'm on day 3 in my head. I'm on day 3 of posting videos every day in my head. So today I wanted to do a story video because I thought that I could share I have plenty of stories, and I was running out of topics to talk about to start with. I've only done 2 topic videos, and I don't find those particularly interesting, but I think a story might be a little bit more interesting. So if you guys like the stories more than the talking about a topic, you guys make sure you let me know. I really love reading comments, so please leave me some to read. But yeah, let's get into this story. This is a urban exploring story. The place that I'm talking about is a weird house up on top of a mountain that used to be a radio station. And this was around fall or so the leaves are all on the ground. And you're asking, why am I telling you about the leaves? Well, it comes into the story later, so I wanted to make sure I preface that it is fall. And me and I don't want to use their real names, so let me think here. Me and Billy went to, we're talking about going, and then we just said, hey, let's go. And so we got in my car, and we drove up there after getting some Dairy Queen. We went and got some Dairy Queen, and then we got in my car, and we went up there. And then when we got up there, there's this really cool side road that you can take, and you get a really good view of the major cities and all the major landmarks. And so we went up there and we looked for a little bit, took some pictures, and then we went back to my car, and then we went back around because the way to get into this building, this is probably important. The way to get into the building was you have to get on the side of a mountain. Pretty much have to scale the side of a mountain and then get through a hole in the fence. Or that's how you used to be able to get in. And the way that it connected, the ledges where the rocks weren't exactly able to walk around, there were these small little bridges that were made of wood, and that's what would connect the rocks. And it led to an abandoned patio that the path is way too overgrown. We actually did climb down there. Me and Zach climbed down there, and that was actually a lot of fun. A good workout. But it was a lot of fun to do that, but that's not the story. So we're walking, and it takes about 5 or so minutes to scale it if you're fast at it. And we get to the gate, or we get to the hole in the fence, and we get into the hole in the fence. He gets in first. I go right behind him. Literally, right as I put my first foot in, we hear the leaves crinkling outside, and you can tell when it's a person or when it's an animal, and this was definitely a person. And I knew kids used to come here a lot, but they didn't really anymore because they thought all the holes were patched. And so I was like, this can't be a person, this can't be a kid, this has got to be some security person. And so we both looked at each other and we got out of the fence. I just put my other leg out, and we started running backwards, trying carefully not to crinkle any of the leaves, and let them know that we're here, because I knew that they did routine checks on this place, but I wanted to. I didn't. They don't do them every Tuesday or whatever. They do them whenever they really feel like it, just once a week. So it's really hard to predict. But we start going back, and we get to the first bridge, the first little wooden bridge. And we hear the leaves crinkling. And last time it was about, I don't know, 100 feet away. This one, it's 30. And he had to be right over the hill. Right over the hill where the garage was for this place. Sorry, my voice just went out for a second. And so he's like right near the garage, and we're right on the bridge. So we're on the bridge, and my friend takes a dive for way below the bridge and hides like down in the rocks and the trees. I'm looking down like, if I make that dive, I'm gonna keep falling until I hit the end of the rock, until I hit the end of the mountain. So what I did was I grabbed the ledge of the bridge and swung myself around, and there's this little, maybe 1 foot by 1 foot stone that you can get your foot on, and that's where I sat with 2 hands on each side of the bridge, with my feet on a place that was only on a rock that should have only had 1 foot on it. And so I'm sitting there looking down at my friend, and he has a way better angle to look at than I do, because I can't see anything. I'm looking either straight down or straight up at wood. And then we start hearing footsteps, and I'm like, where's that? And then all of a sudden, he is walking on the bridge above me. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is straight out of a Bond movie. And he's straight above me. I look down at my friend, and my friend's looking at me, and his eyes are so wide, like, so wide. And then right after all of that, he stays there for about 30 seconds or so, because it does give you a good view of like the city and stuff. Like, it's a really cool view. And then from there, we went out to, or he left, and we waited because we wanted to make sure he was gone. And we hear his car crank up, but we don't hear it drive away. And so we were like, maybe he's just baiting us. Maybe he's just cranking the car up to see if we'll come out. Because my car was there, and so he knew somebody was there, but he didn't know where we were. And so maybe he was just baiting us. So we hear the car, and then we don't hear it for a while. And we're like, did he leave? And so we wait about 5 or so more minutes just to see if he left. And then we decide, all right, he's gotta be gone by now. He's just gotta be. I mean, who would sit here for like 15, 20 minutes waiting? So we come out, and I decide to go first through the main entrance, and he was going to go around through the woods to circle back at my car. And we were gonna, and because the reason behind that was, it's so that way both of us wouldn't get in trouble, and I'd just be the one that would get yelled at by the guy. So that, because I can handle it. And he was wearing all dark clothes, and I was wearing a bright red hoodie, so me sneaking around really wasn't an option. So I get out there, and he's not there. But it was raining, and you could see a little dry spot about the shape of a car right where the cul-de-sac is. And so we knew he was there and left really recently, because otherwise the rain would have covered up that dry spot. And so I just walked down back to my car. He's already there. My friend's already there. And he's like, yo, was he there? And I'm like, no, he wasn't there. And so we get in my car, and we freak out, like, have our post, like, dude, did that really happen? Yeah, like, yeah, it really happened. Like, it was pretty crazy. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of that story. I haven't had any problems with people there after that. I went like one more time, and that's an interesting story as well, and I might tell that one in a different video. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story. If you guys enjoy these story videos, make sure to let me know in the comments, and I can definitely make more of them. I've got way more stories than I do topics to talk about. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya!